Blac Chyna girl, what you got going on out there in LA? This is the second time someone is accusing you of inappropriate, aggressive behavior. Girl, you better stop. At this point, you might as well go and let Kris Jenner manage your career, because the rate you going, you gonna be in prison. Girl, they out here calling you China Kelly. Back in November, a video surfaced of an incident with Chyna at a hotel room. Ron Kington filmed the altercation between Chyna, his friend, and himself. He said they were all hanging out in a hotel room, drinking and socializing, when all of a sudden, Chyna jumped up and told his friend, shut up or she was going to beat her up. He said at that point, he thought it was best for them to leave. He got up, walked out, but Chyna held his friend behind. He stated he was in the hallway for about 20 minutes before help came to help him get his friend out the room. He also stated that during the altercation, Chyna was high on cocaine.
Her out. Does she want him out?
Yes, she's crying.
Chyna!
Come on, Jen, let's go. Come on.
Yeah, and you're gonna stand outside.
No, we're not standing nowhere, we're leaving. You crazy? Nah, that's crazy. She's crying.
Don't do all that. Don't do that extra shit, bro. Don't do that.
Whatever, my. I'm so sorry, Jennifer. Come on, baby. It's not your fault. It's not you. You didn't do this. She did this. I'm not going in there. Her. I wanted to kick the door in.
Bro, I just had to.
You see that?
Time out. First of all, don't yell at me. I was very respectful.
Okay, cool. I'm not going to
I
yell.
just came to help you out. You doing all this extra stuff.
All right. Got you. I'm sorry. I apologize.
We'll leave. I'm going.
No.
I don't want any deal. I don't want anything to do with her. I'm sorry, sis. I'm sorry. It's wrong. Stop it.
Don't worry about it. We don't have a key, so I don't know.
I don't even know one foot. Sorry.
Come here. No. Don't do it. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, Rowan. I'm so sorry.
It's not you, Jennifer. It's not your fault.
She's so.
She's high on cocaine and crazy.
She was telling me I was so rude.
I'm sorry you experienced that, baby. I'm so sorry. You did nothing wrong. She tried to tell us all to shut up and she's gonna kick everybody's ass. I said, you ain't kicking nobody's ass who I came with. And then that made her kick me out the room. You're not gonna disrespect me? And then you kept my friend in the room? Nah, this. Ain't no way, that's right.
Fast forward. An Instagram model said that she hit Blac Chyna up in her DM to ask her to collaborate with her on her OnlyFans. She said they met up, and when she met up with Chyna, she got to her house and all hell broke loose.
Blac Chyna held me hostage, and I'm pretty sure she was trying to sex traffic me. This is the only time in my life I've ever felt real fear, and it is the scariest thing that has ever happened to me. I finally feel safe enough to share the story because this happened back on August 10th, and it's been a little bit of time. I don't have time to go into the details, but Chyna and I met on Instagram. As you can see, we were DMing. I ended up sending her my number. She FaceTimed me at 3 a.m. LA time. My best friend, Alex Marker, was on the FaceTime call as well. As you can see, Blac Chyna follows my best friend, Alex Marker, on Instagram. So while Chyna was FaceTiming with me and Alex, she invited me over to her house at 4 a.m. In hindsight, going to Blac Chyna's house at 4 a.m. was probably stupid, but I'm me. I love a good adventure, and come on, who's gonna turn down going to Blac Chyna's house and meeting Dream Kardashian? Long story short, I get there, I have to sign an NDA, but this NDA was unlike any other NDA I've ever signed in my life. I had to put down all kinds of identifying features about myself on this NDA, like my eye color, my hair color, my height, what I was wearing. I was like, okay, this is really strange. Right after I signed the NDA is when Chyna very intimidatingly said, all the stories you read about me kidnapping people are true. Now, I've never seen any stories about Chyna kidnapping people. I read them after this happened to me. I got a gut feeling I was in danger, but there was nothing I could do because I was in a gated home. I couldn't unlock the gate and get out. This is the only photo I have from inside Chyna's house. It was in her guest house, like a sign. My phone was on 3% and she wouldn't let me charge it, so there was really nothing I could do. I was really screwed. For 6 hours, Chyna held me hostage. She drank an entire bottle of Casamigos in front of me. She wouldn't let me be alone. Every time she had to use the bathroom, she would make me go into the bathroom with her. She took shits in front of me. She forced me to take a wet towel and wipe off all of my makeup. She was doing weird things all night, like comparing our hand sizes and trying on my shoes. She kept telling me that I had to stay until 10 a.m. because that's when Dream was going to be out of the home, and she was going to go crazy on me at 10 a.m. She kept saying things like that. I really didn't know what was going on. She kept saying things like, I'll be honest with you about what's going on here once you're honest with me. At about 9:45 a.m., Chyna FaceTimed some woman named Donna, who told me she was in the escorting industry on FaceTime, and told me that I was good product. Chyna and her were going back and forth about me. They were under the impression that I was transgender. I am a cisgender female. I don't know how Chyna got that impression. I started texting my friends. I was freaking out. I'm out of time, for part 2.
The thing about the Instagram model is really weird to me, okay? She stated when she met up with Chyna at her house, when she first got in, Chyna had her to sign an NDA. Nothing strange about that, okay? I get that. But then she said, Chyna sat there and drank a whole bottle of Casamigo. And once the Casamigo kicked in, Chyna started acting strange. Chyna had to use the restroom. Chyna told her to come and stand in the restroom with her. Girl, I guess she wanted to watch you. That's what it sounded like to me. Not only that, she said Chyna had her to remove all of her makeup. Because according to Chyna, the girl looked like a transgender. Girl, you out here looking like a transgender. That should be a concern with you within itself, okay? And then she said that she was held for about 6 hours. She had time to call her friend and text her friend to let them know what was going on and send them her location. 6 hours. And her battery was on 3%. Girl, if you was held hostage, why you did not call the police? And then to make matters worse, her friend didn't call the police. I cannot take this serious, okay? If that was that serious, they should have called the police. The police would have been there within a matter of minutes. They know where Chyna live. They've been there several times during the filming of her reality shows. Girl, you sitting online talking about your battery was only on 3%. Then it went down to 2%. But you contacted your friend and told them you was in a hostage situation. Evidently, they didn't even take you serious. No one called the police. But now, all of a sudden, she got the FBI involved. After the internet responded, and after Chyna said her claims are frivolous. Make it make sense. All of a sudden, you want the FBI involved. After you came down to the internet responded. Chyna and her attorneys sent you a cease and desist. And now the FBI involved? Stop it.